ॐ वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्मयेधि वेदस्य आणीस्थः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासि अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्भक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु भक्तारमवतु भक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ। Om, may my speech be accorded with the mind. May my mind be accorded with the speech. O self-effulgent one Brahman, reveal thyself to me. May you both, speech and mind, be the carriers of the highest truth to me. May not all that I have heard depart from me. May I be able to join day and night through the study with Brahman. I shall utter what is verbally true. I shall utter what is mentally true. May that Brahman protect me. May that Brahman protect the teacher. May that protect me. May that protect the teacher. Om. Peace, peace. Peace be unto you all. Good morning. This morning I am going to speak on the subject which is always very close to our heart, and we need it both in spiritual life and in our day-to-day life. The truth of success. Let me start with one Sanskrit popular verse. It says, it's very simple Sanskrit. I think you can follow this. It says, Ratring Gomishyati Bhuvishyati Suprabhatam Bhashyanu Deshwati Hoshishyati Pankajasri Itvam Vichintayati Koshogate Dvirefe Ha ha Hanta Hanta Nolining Gaja Ujjahara. Ratring Gomishyati. Night will pass. Bhavishyati Suprabhatam. The beautiful morning will come. Bhashvanudeshwati. Sun will rise. Harshyati Pankajasri. Pankaja means lotus. Harshanti. Harshanti is laughing. The lotus will laugh means blooms. Itham vichintayati. Thinking this. Koshogate. Kosha means in the chamber. Itham vichintayati. By thinking this, Koshogate in the chamber, Dhirefe. Dhirefe means, Refa means legs. two legs. Means the fly, there are not the honeybees. It is called the flower bee, not honeybee. The two legs are there. That kind of black one, that one. So, di re fe, ha ha hanto hanto. Oh my God. Nolining. Nolini means again flower. Gajo. Gajo means the elephant. Ujjoharo, swallowing this. The thing is that there was a pond. This is our situation. This explains our present situation. There is a pond in the forest. And in that pond, there is a lotus pond. A beautiful lotus. They bloom there. And one big black, this is called bumblebee, the Bhramra. So a bumblebee was so absorbed, enjoying and taking the nectar from the lotus. And he was so absorbed that he forgot the time, he forgot the environment, and he was enjoying. And the days broke and the lotus closed. So that bee was inside the lotus. It is said that koshogate, kosh means the chamber, koshogate di refe. Di refe means this bumblebee. So it is inside that. What? Two-legged bee. So that is inside the lotus. And he was thinking that Ratring gote bhavishyati, night will pass. Then Suprabhatam, the morning will come. Bhashane deshwati, hashishyati pankajasri. So the sun will rise and then again pankajasri, the lotus will bloom. And then I shall go. But ithang vichintayati, thinking, he is thinking this. But ha ha hanto hanto. Oh my God. Suddenly, nolining gajo ujjohara. An elephant came and it swallows the lotus. Chew it. This is our condition regarding the success. Why? We cannot get our success. Have we asked this question to ourselves? Upanishad always advise us, ask question. If you go through all the Upanishads, means you have to know that because you are attending this class for a long time. If we speak about Upanishad, what does it mean? Upanishad means we mean the 10 major Upanishads. Why we call it? There are infinite number of Upanishads. Actually, first it was said 108, and then actually I have the list of 134 Upanishads. But many Upanishads are not found. It is partly found. So all this kind of thing. Innumerable Upanishads are there. But generally, when the speakers or Pandits, they speak about Upanishad, generally they mean 10 major Upanishads. Why these are called 10 major Upanishads? It is because Shankaracharya commented on those 10 Upanishads. That's why we call it 10 major Upanishads. Because otherwise, other minor Upanishads there is no major minor in Upanishads. But for our understanding, we call it the minor Upanishads. The minor Upanishads are actually not commented by Shankaracharya. That is the point. So, in 10 major Upanishads, if you go through 10 major Upanishads, you can find all the Upanishads. First of all, the Indian scriptures are in the form of dialogue. So that is why it is called Sambada. The Sanskrit word of Sambada is called dialogue, conversation. And when conversation happens, when dialogue happens, when there is a question answer. So if you go through all the Indian scriptures, you can find there it goes through the question answer. Either the son is asking question to father, or the disciple is asking question to guru. Like this, always in the form of question answer and dialogue. So that is what it is said, that unless we ask question, we cannot be awakened. For our awakening, otherwise our position will be just like that two-legged bumblebee. So we will absorb. See, already we do not want to get out from our secured zone. Especially those who are attending this lecture, in their age, it is very difficult to go out from the security zone. So we do not want to go out from our security zone. That is the first point. But still, we have to ask question to ourselves. Otherwise, we cannot be awakened. Very rarely we ask the question that why we often fail. That is the question. If you go through the Upanishads, you can find, starting from, not only in Upanishads, if you go through Aristotle, Socrates, long ago, Socrates asked this question, what is virtue? So, we must ask this question. See, the Upanishadic question, what is self? Simple question. This question is our question. What is self? What is the infinite? How to know the knower? These are the simple questions we find in the Upanishad. And the Guru or the Lord of Death replying these questions. This is all about Upanishad. So, first thing, to attain success, we have to ask question to awaken ourselves. We commit many mistakes, but rarely pause to consider their root cause. That why I have done and why this. So this is a kind of not. Please remember, sorry. This is not the procrastination. There is a difference between procrastination. Procrastination is extremely bad thing. Don't do it. But this is the analysis, reflection. So reflection is good, but procrastination is extremely bad thing. Don't do it. So this question actually awaken us. In order to solve the problems of life, we must be awake, and we are awake only as long as we encounter life. If we do not encounter life, if we do not take the challenges, then nothing is going to happen. If we think we are happy here, just remember the story of two-legged bumblebee. If we think we are fine, nobody is going to. Today, Jagat, the very definition of Sanskrit word Jagat means the universe, is a movement. Nothing is static. Today I am fine, but there is no guarantee that tomorrow I will be the same state of fineness. So, world is dynamic. So always please reflect on this. So, one of the best way of keeping our encounter with life ever fresh is to ask ourselves these existential questions continuously. Why do we not do it? Why do we not do it? Swami Vivekananda on this aspect gave a beautiful statement. He says, this moment we are whipped, and when we begin to weep, nature gives us $1. Again we are whipped, and when we weep, nature gives us a piece of gingerbread, and immediately we begin to laugh. So this is the way of life. We accept the blow, we weep. Again, something happened, we laugh. Again we get the blow and we laugh. So this is the nature. We blame the world for all our suffering and failure, and we hope that the world would change tomorrow. Just like a bumblebee. The sun will rise, again the lotus will bloom, and I shall fly. So, we blame the world for all our suffering and failure and hope that the world would change tomorrow, and then all would be well with us. We think, okay, it is for a short period of time, like a circle. Now we are a little bit in the challenging state, but tomorrow it will change and we will be fine. So this is the thing, and generally we blame the world. The world is bad, and this is the thing. So what we need, actually, we are lack of will. The will is very important thing. If it happens in worldly life, it requires thousandfold in spiritual life. So we need will. What is will? I explained it innumerable times, but there is no harm to explain it again. Because Sri Ramakrishna, in his Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, narrated the same thing again and again. So his nephew, Hriday, he was a little bit canny fellow, He was asking him, Uncle, why are you repeating the same thing to the same devotees again and again? And Sri Ramakrishna was a little bit annoyed and said, "Idiot, how can you know that why I am repeating the same thing again and again?" Because he knew that it is difficult for the householder to remember all these spiritual things. He used to say, you see, they are carrying huge load, 5 tons on their head. And still, they are trying to practice spirituality. So they will be credited, So that's why Sri Ramakrishna again and again repeat these things. So what is will? Will is the dynamic aspect of self. Will is directly connected with our self. It is neither feeling nor emotion, not it is coming from the mind. So will is always from the self, dynamic aspect of self. The static aspect of self is I awareness, the ego. Ego is the static aspect of self, and will is the dynamic aspect of self. What is will? It's the function of will. We desire so many things. That is coming from our mind. The desire. I want this. I want that. I want to do this. This kind of desire, they come from our mind. But everything, if you judge your mind or watch your mind, you can find that every day thousands and thousands of desire rise in our mind. How many desire you jump to actualize? How many desire? 1 or 2? Hardly. So why? Why is this difference? All are desires. But only 1 or 2 desires you try to jump to actualize. What makes this difference? Will. Will make this difference. So will is coming from that. You can understand it very easily. If you consider the desire is the sprout. So if desire sprouts, thousands of desire sprouts, and will is a kind of hook. If you will hook with the will all those desires, you will jump to actualize that. That is the secret. That is the mechanism. So the point is this: will is very important. If we know and understand and manage the function of will according to our discrimination, we can hook it or we cannot hook it. We do not hook it. So, if will is the main factor to actualize something, to actualize our desire, then just manipulate, just manage your will. Learn the skill of managing your will, and according to your discrimination, you can hook it, you cannot hook it. That is the point. However, the will is very important thing. But while going to the will, first of all we have to understand again another Sanskrit couplet from Mahabharata. It is also a kind of story. And in Mahabharata, the Lord of Death, Yama, is asking this question. I told you this everything in the question answer form. So Lord of Death asking this question to his son. His son is Yudhishthira. So Yudhishthira the Lord of Death, asking this question, that what is the news? This is the question. What is the news? And the answer came in this way. Usmin moha moho mae kotahe surjagnina ratri divendhonena masartu darvi puri ghattanena bhutani kala pachati iti vartaha. What is the varta? News means varta in Sanskrit. What is the varta? This is the news. Time, we all are rattling by the time, So, the time is the cooking. Time is cooking us, roasting us, where in a big, very big cauldron, which is Maya. And what is the fire? The fire are the days and nights. That is the fire. And the ignition. The ignition is sun. And the ladle is the months and years. So months and years is the ladle. So fuel is sun, days and night, and fire is the sun, and Maya is the cauldron. And time is cooking us. See? So this is our condition. The point is this. Please try to remember why we cannot success. Our desires are infinite. But the means are very limited, and the time is limited. So limited time, limited resources and means, we want to fulfill huge desire. Is it possible? It is not possible. If you think very carefully, you can find that our means are very restrictive. Means are very limited. Time is very limited. We have to finish this by the deadline. But our expectation and desire is infinite. How to manage this? This is the skill. This is the understanding. We cannot get success because of this. First of all, we are not awakened. We are just like the two legs bee. Secondly, we do not understand that our means are limited, time are limited, but we have infinite desire. How to manage this? To manage this, can we find anything which is only one, by getting only one thing, we can get everything? Is it possible? So in that case, if we find the exact goal and we give our fullest to achieve that goal, then our goal will be little bit narrowed and we can give one-pointed effort. That we have to plan. And what is that? It is not possible always to successful at all times. It is not required also. It is not required. Real success lies in choosing the right goal and attaining it. That is the first condition we have to know. And we can break it. Our life should be a progressive movement from fulfillment to fulfillment, not from the failure to failure. So we can get one thing, as for example, just for example, if God realization is the summum bonum of our life, is it possible overnight? We all know it is not possible for us. But if that is our long-term goal, I think you all are, the corporate people, and you all know this. So all long-term goal must be in tune with short-term goal. We can break the short-term goal in tune with long-term goal so that we can reach the long-term goal. That is the way. So we can just do that. So there are many desires. Again, just visualize mentally that picture. Lot of sprouts, your desire. Now, which one you have to hook? Select the right thing and hook it. And give your effort. How to select the right thing and what is the right thing, that I am going to explain. So will is required, hooking is required, and awakening is required. These are prerequisite. First we have to prepare ourselves by asking our question, reflecting this, some awakening. We need that. Now, another thing is required. That is the courage. Because we know, according to our Katha Upanishad, especially the spiritual life. I am not talking about the worldly life. And the spiritual people, they emphasize that if you are spiritually awakened, you can easily achieve your worldly goal, easily attain your worldly goal. Take the example. You can say Swami Vivekananda was extraordinary, he is not superhuman or something like that. But don't you think if Swami Vivekananda wanted, he would have been an excellent corporate CEO? Actually it happened. The Tata, who is the founder of Tata company, he requested, I have that letter, fortunately. The Xerox copy of that letter with postal stamp, I have that. So Tata requested him to become the CEO of his company. But Swami Vivekananda refused that, and he advised him to establish a scientific research unit, ultimately which became the Tata Foundation. So that's the question. So anybody, the spiritual person, they say that if you are successful in spiritual life, you can easily success in the worldly life. But again, Katha Upanishad says, Khurasya dhara nishita duratvaya durgam pathastat kabayo vadanti. It is like a razor edge. And you are walking on the razor edge in the night. So this risky the spiritual path is courage is required. Will and courage. Actually, the primary purpose, we do not understand that. Generally, our notion is that, okay, churches, do you know, I was standing in front of this main door of our temple. This is a university area, so students were passing. 4 girls, they were laughing and talking and they were coming. So suddenly, by seeing me, or in other reason also, one girl, she stopped here, and the door was opened. I was changing the hidden camera, actually, the battery and all these things. So she stopped and she was watching inside. And then all 3 other girls, they shouted, are you going to attend the church? Means, with ridiculously, they were shouting. And that girl immediately ran away from here. However, so the courage to face these things, courage is required. And the purpose, these students, young students, they don't know that the purpose of all religions of the world is to give this courage. Take the example, this strength. The purpose of all religions are to give man or people strength to face the problems of life and enable him to succeed in life. Krishna, Buddha, Christ, or Muhammad reveals man's divine destiny to make him overcome his problems. Take the case of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna exhorted Arjuna, he says, Hato va parapsasi sargam jitva va mokshase mahim. Tasmad uttishta kaunteyo yuddhayo krita nishchaya. If you are going to die, then you will go to heaven. Because you did a lot of punya and you are involving in dharma yuddha. So you are involving in dharma yuddha. If you die in the battle, you will go to the heaven. And then, if you will win, then you will become the king. What you want. So, don't think about that. Get up and start fighting. That was the Sri Krishna's. What from this lesson we can take? Whether you follow worldly life or spiritual life, you should give up the attitude of defeatism, pessimism. Such an attitude is denial to the evolutionary elan of life and an insult to God. So not a single religion of the world says you have to do this. Even the bhakti. Unless you have mental strength, you cannot surrender. The surrender to the God means you lift your both hands and you are surrendering at the feet of Lord. Courage is required. Tremendous courage is required. Otherwise you cannot. Sri Ramakrishna, please remember, I do not explain this story. Sri Ramakrishna had this story, So one lady was dancing. She has stolen a woolen ball and she kept it under the armpit. And somebody saw it. And she is telling, come, my friend, let us dance. So who has stolen this woolen ball, she was standing by raising only one hand. Then her friend is telling, no, friend, let us lift our two hands and let us dance. So we have to dance by lifting our two hands, not in one hand. So that is the point. We must have the courage. When we offer ourselves at the feet of Lord, by raising our two hands, we have to offer ourselves. Courage is required. When you are lifting your two hands, courage is required. So, these are the prerequisite: awakening, will, and courage for our success. Now, the purpose of every religion to find the lasting happiness. Not like what Swami Vivekananda said, whipping one chocolate, whipping $1, whipping gingerbread. Not like that. Permanent solution. And how can we get the permanent solution? 2 words. Awakening to the truth. Very simple. Awakening to the truth. How can we solve our problem, or how can we get success if we are awakened to the truth? Truth is govern this universe. If we can open ourselves, what does it mean by awakening and open? If we can open ourselves to the truth, then we can get the success. If we can open ourselves to the truth, we can solve our problem. What does it mean by open ourselves to the truth? Open ourselves to the truth means we will be awakened by the principle of truth. We assimilate it, we accept it, and we are awakened by the principle of truth. It sounds a little bit weird, I know that, because we think it is something metaphysical or something higher level concept. But we seldom know that definitely truth is metaphysical, but truth has some practical aspect and it has power. I would like to describe you the practical aspect of truth, because if we don't know the practical aspect of truth, I am not going to explain you here what is truth. No. I am only trying to express you or explain you the practical aspect of truth and the power of truth. Truth is not a simple principle. It has a power and some practical aspect of it. Let us think in this way. 3 aspects. Number 1, truth is highly generalized form. Everywhere we can get this truth. Truth is all-pervading. How it can be? Even the lie is also a truth, because we understand it is a lie. If the error we commit, it is error. That is also truth. Error is error when it is truth. Try to understand. So truth is everywhere. Understanding this fact has two practical benefits. One, the harmony, and then other is simplifies. It simplifies the life of human being if we understand this generalization of truth. Everywhere truth acts. It simplifies our life. And number two, it harmonizes our life. If we understand that all forms of knowledge are only different manifestation of one universal law of truth, our thirst for knowledge, our complication, our conflict will completely be resolved. Individually we learn, the ahimsa, renunciation, and continence, truthfulness. But if we stick on, open ourselves and awaken by this law of truth, then we can simplify our life very easily. This important principle was taught by Sri Ramakrishna. He taught it to Sarada Devi in one simple sentence, and that is, act according to the time, act according to the place. যখন যেমন তখন তেমন, যেখানে যেমন সেখানে তেমন. Act according to the time and according to the place. This is the truth. So, we can simplify our different problems in one shot. And the second, we can harmonize it. How can we harmonize it? There is a tremendous conflict between science and religion, Actually, the science and religion are the same thing in different, they are searching the different level of consciousness. The science is searching to the objective world and the religion is searching the subjective world. That is the difference. The truth is one. Sages are called it, this Upanishad tells it long, long ago, 1,000 and 1,000 years ago. Truth is one. Sages call it by different names. So, Sri Ramakrishna, in a very lucid language, gave this example. He said, as many minds, so many paths. And all are reaching to the same goal. So science is one path. There are different minds, there have different paths, but all paths are merging to the same goal. We can harmony our life. When the conflict, so many things are there. This is one opinion, that is one opinion, that is one opinion. There are thousands of opinions. All are right. We do not discard. We do not fight against anything else. We accept everything. Yes, you are right. Because we know all are going to the same goal. So this is the first thing. The universalism or universalist characteristics of truth. And through this we can harmonize our life, we can simplify our life. Truth is one. Second point is this. There are different degrees of truth. This is very important. We have to understand that. There are different degrees of truth. What is that? Generally, the Upanishadic philosophy, they are not arranged in a horizontal way. They are arranged in the vertical way. So when it is vertical way, there is different degrees. If it is horizontal way, one you have to complete and you have to go to the another. It is not like that. So the consciousness, and this fundamental is macro level, macrocosm and microcosm are built on the same plane. These are the bottom line principles, underlying principles of this explanation. What is that? See, in the cosmic level, there are 5 things. If you see, matter, 5 elements: matter, life, consciousness, self-awareness, and bliss. These are the 5 things. If you arrange it in a vertical way, in the lower level, matter, life, consciousness, self-awareness, and bliss. Now, human beings also in their personality have 5 things. The 5 seeds. In Sanskrit is called the food. If you just imagine the Abraham Maslow's hierarchy need, this is just like that. The lower is our food, the basic need, food, shelter, etc., etc. So it is called Annamaya Kosha, the seeds of food and drinking, merrymaking, etc. That is connected to the matter. Cosmic level, it is connected to the matter. If there is 2 hierarchy needs ladder, the cosmic level, the ladder is matter, life, consciousness, self-awakening, and bliss. Here, in individual level, the micro level, the bottom is the food, shelter, basic needs. It is connected with matter. So those people, you see, open themselves to the matter or open themselves in the lower basic level. They are connected with the matter. That means they open themselves to the matter. And when they open themselves to the matter, what happened? They try to eat, drink, and merrymaking. That's all. Now, the higher to this level is pranamaya, energy, life. So in the cosmic level, that is life. So this energy level is connected with the life. Then monomaya, mind, aesthetic sense. So mind is connected with the consciousness. Then intelligence. Intelligence is connected with the self-awakening state. And higher to that is bliss, Anandamaya Kosha, connected with the bliss. So these are 5 things we have to open ourselves accordingly. Take the example, if we do not open ourselves in the right thing, what happens? That is our problem. We are unable to open ourselves to the right thing. Take the example. Reading books will not fill your belly, is it? If you are hungry and you read one book, that will not fill your hunger, satisfy your hunger. Okay? Any more than taking food will increase the knowledge of mind. You can take the food in the other way. If you take plenty of food, can it give you knowledge? increase your knowledge? No. So see, you are unable to open yourself to the right place. Secondly, if you take holy water, if you take a little bit holy water and drink it, or take a dip in the holy water, and that holy water is contaminated, what will happen? It will develop some disease in your body, but it will give you the content in your mind. Mismatching. If you are unable to open in the right place, there will be mismatching. Your mind is satisfied, but your body has some problem. If you are eating, knowledge will not. For knowledge, you have to open to the right place of knowledge. You have to elevate yourself at the Vijnanamaya kosha, at the intelligent state, and then you have to open to the cosmic state, self-awakening. Then only you can get the success. The truth is not only power, not only the knowledge, it is also power. How power is coming in the scene. This way, by taking nourishing food and digesting it, you get some power. Okay? This is the truth. Through education, you have the knowledge power, intelligence, and all power. Through research, you can find the power from the atom. You can get the huge energy, understand the huge energy inside the atom and their functions. Exactly in the same way, your brain, you can get the power from that. The spiritual people, they gain the power, but by unfolding their potentiality within. So, truth, this is truth. So, truth means not only simple the theoretical knowledge, it is power also. And why we cannot get the success? Because we are unable to open ourselves, or in otherwise, we are unawakened to the right place. That is the main problem of our life. The real fact is that the whole universe is governed by the law of truth. Truth alone triumphs. Satyameva jayate na nritam. That is the Upanishadic verse. No doubt it is true, but not necessarily the truth what we see and what we understand. How the law of truth operates at all levels and open ourselves to it at all the appropriate levels, we have to know it. If an honest man fails in his business or getting promotion in his office, it is not because of his honesty, but because of his inability to open himself to the truths of the practical world. I gave one example, in my earlier talk. A judge, he can give the right decision, but he is unable to cooperate his wife. Totally failure. So this is the position. So he is unable to open himself in the practical life. But he is able in his intelligence life. So the cause of our unsuccessful life is this: we are unable to open ourselves and awaken ourselves in the right position. From this story of Mahabharata, you can understand it very well. You know, at the end of everything, they all went, the Pancha Pandavas, Yudhishthira and his four brothers, they went to heaven. And you know, Yudhishthira was the always sticks unto truth, so he went first. But surprisingly, when he went to the heaven, he saw Duryodhana is sitting and is giving huge respect. Duryodhana was the naughty fellow, you know. He was the main culprit of this Kurukshetra battle. He was sitting there and is given huge honor. He was surprised. And then one voice, divine voice, he heard, which says, the laws of heaven are different from the laws of earth. What is the laws of heaven? A hero is a hero even if his intentions are evil. The faith of a wicked man, again, I mentioned it earlier number of times, but I know that it is very difficult for the listeners to accept it. Probably this morning they can understand and they start thinking on it. The point is, why the wicked men get success? Why the honest person always suffer? It is because of this, not because of their honesty. It is because of this, they are unable to open themselves in the right position. The wicked people, they open themselves in the right position. And their faith to get the success is way more than the belief or faith of the good person to get the success. This is the difference. So the secret of success, the operation of the eternal law of truth may be conceived as the exercise of the divine will. We call it, this truth, we call it, it is the divine will. Or sometimes we call Divine Mother's Lila and Supreme Lord's Cosmic Yoga. In different name we call it, this principle of truth. But the point is this, you know, we find Adam blamed Eve and Eve blamed the serpent. But the God was not deceived and drove them all out from the Eden. We can blame each other, but success will not come. Success will come only then if we can follow worldly and spiritual, if we can awaken ourselves by questioning, we have strong willpower, we have the courage. These are prerequisite. And open ourselves to the truth by open our heart at the right place. We have crossed the time. Do you have any quick question? Very quick question. Subject matter is a little bit complicated, but yes.
So when we're feeling some kind of distress, whatever it is, then we should ask ourselves the question, what is the right time and place, and what is the right method? What is the strategy to address this particular topic?
Right. Which level you are now. We know our position, and we know how to open it to the cosmic level. Where is our position now? Are we in the matter level? Are we in the life level? Are we in the consciousness level? Are we in the... So in which level we can open ourselves? If we are in the basic level, Annamaya Kosha, and if you try to open yourself to the self-awakening, can you do it? Exactly in the same way. So we have to elevate ourselves, evolve ourselves in different level. From Annamaya Kosha we have to Pranamaya Kosha, then Manomaya Kosha. See, those who are in the Annamaya Kosha, what they like. Their preference is eating, drinking, merrymaking, shirt, garment, building, car. Okay? If you do not give them food, they will become angry. That is their life. They opened themselves. They are awakened in that level. They opened themselves to that level. But if you do not give food, garments, house, car to a scientist, do you think he or she will become angry? They don't care. If you do not allow them to work, to go to the laboratory, they will become fused. So that is the point. They are awakened and open themselves to the intelligence level. So when we open to a certain level, we completely close the other level. We don't care. So success comes only when we can open ourselves to the right level. Yes, quick.
Really quick. So you recognize the level that you're on, but let's say you recognize that that is not the level you want to be on. You're on the matter level.
So you have to elevate yourself.
Then you do with the hook the will.
No, you have to elevate yourself. You have to elevate your spiritual practice, your knowledge, your prayer. All these are means. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkham Apnuat Sarvastarotu Durgani Sarvo Bhadrani Pashyatu Sarva Sadbuddhim Apnotu Sarva Sarvatranandatu Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shantimapnuat Shantamuccheti Bandhebhyo Muktoschanyan Vimochayet. May all be happy. May all enjoy good health. May all see happy events. May all be freed from miseries. May all be freed from dangers. May all realize what is good. May all be actuated by noble thoughts. May all rejoice everywhere. May the wicked become virtuous. May the virtuous attain tranquility. May the tranquil be free from bondages. May the freed make others free. May the Supreme Spirit, the presiding deity of all sacred activities, be satisfied. For He being pleased, the whole universe feels satisfied. Peace, peace, peace be unto you all. We have some announcements, and the announcement is this. Today is the last class before summer recess. So our summer recess will start from 5th July. There is one Sunday, next Sunday, 1st July. But because of our 4th July preparation here, we are unable to organize that class. So 4th July, there will be a big program here, the whole day from 10:30 to 4:30. Many things will be there. So I request you all, please attend 4th of July with your family, friends and acquaintances. And there will be the meditation workshop on 15th and 16th, Saturday and Sunday, July, in our San Jose house, 10:30 to 4:30. That needs a registration. So in our bulletin and in our, those who have not attended earlier, they can only join. So that is another program. And another program is there that has not been announced. We shall announce just after 4th of July. That is the guest Swami who is coming on 4th July, Swami Shumaneshananda from Hollywood, Assistant Swami of Hollywood Center. He will deliver a talk at San Jose on the next Sunday. That will be probably 9th, I think. 9th of July. In the evening, he will deliver a talk at San Jose. So, this is the schedule for this. And again, our lecture and everything, unless there is any intermediate announcement, we shall resume our lectures and everything in September 16th. Till 16th September will be the summer recess. 17th September is Sunday. So we shall resume our lecture on 17th September, Sunday. But Yogodharana, Wednesday meditation, 1 hour meditation at San Jose will continue. That will continue. All other Thursday class and Sunday lectures will be closed until it will resume on 17th September, unless there is any intermediate announcement. Thank you. As usual, tea and coffee will be served at the Saradananda Hall, which will be followed by Prasad Luncheon. You all are requested to join. Thank you. And very happy, good summer recess.